Good morning, students. So in our last class, we discussed about the general form of a complex number, isn't it? And the general form of a complex number is of the form a plus ib, where a is the real part as well as ib is the imaginary part, isn't it? So here we discuss how can we find out a complex number, isn't it? Also, we discussed there the discriminant, the imaginary roots, and after that we discussed how can we compare two complex number, isn't it? If two complex number are equal, then the real part equal with real part as well as the imaginary part equal with imaginary part. In our last class we discussed. So after that, today here we discuss about algebra of a complex number. So algebra, all of you know, in 9, 10 already we get this algebra. So algebra means mainly here we deal with addition, subtraction, then multiplication and division, isn't it? So these four. So this subtraction also here as mentioned as a difference. So that means one by one we have to discuss here. And today here we discuss the first one, which one is addition of two complex numbers. Addition of two complex numbers here we have to discuss. For example, first of all, if you see, if we consider an example here, first one, let a complex number here we consider z1 equals to a plus ib. So now in this case you see here a is the real part as well as ib is the imaginary part. So this one is the first complex number we consider, and another complex number here we consider, for example, suppose the second one is here we consider z2, and now here if this one is we consider c plus suppose id, this one is the second one. So two complex number here we consider, and here we discuss the addition of two complex numbers. So that means here if we add these two, first of all, if we add these two, now let's see what we get. Now, if we add these two, so z1 plus of z2, if we add these two, now in this case, always when we add the real part with real part as well as the imaginary part with imaginary part. Is it clear? So we can add real and imaginary. So for that reason here in the first complex number a is the real part as well as in the second complex number c is the real part. So if we add these two, then here we have to write a plus of c, this one is the real part, as well as we have to add the imaginary part, that means imaginary part is ib, here id. So from these two what is common? So I is common. If we take I common, then here remain b plus of d. Is it clear? So this one is the addition of two complex number. For example, if we consider an example here, suppose one complex number z1 equals to, if we write 2 plus of 3i, for example, and if another example, if we consider suppose 4 plus of 7i, for example. Now if we add these two, then in this case what we get? If we add these two, z1 plus of z2, if we add, then the real part we have to add with real, that means 2 plus 4, here we get 6, and then in this case what is common? In the second case I is the common, then here remain 3 and here remain 7. Or if you understood, then you can directly write here, this one is 10i. If you understood, then directly you can write here 6 plus 10i. So in this way we can add two complex numbers. Is it clear? So first complex number is z1 and second one is z2. Here if we add, then this type of results are we get here. All of you understood this one? Now with respect to this addition, here actually some properties are there. Mainly here we deal with these properties. So these additions are very simple here, easily we can add. Now here the main thing is what here? The properties. So now next one here we have to discuss about the properties. So here if you see the properties, so lots of properties are there under this addition of two complex number. Is it clear? So the first property here, we get closure law. So this one is, first one we have to write here, closure law. Now in closure law what we get here, for example, if you see, if we consider a complex number, suppose the complex number is 2 plus 3i, if we consider a complex number, and here we discuss the properties of addition, isn't it? So that's why if we add another one, suppose here 3 plus of 3i, if you see, If we add these two, then what we get here? Real part we add with real part, so that means 2 plus 3, here 5, and then here if we add 3 plus 3, that means it is 6, so that means we write here 6i. Now again, if you see this one is again a complex number or not? This 5 is the real part and 6i is what? The imaginary part. So that means what is the meaning of closure law? If we add two complex number, it gives us again a complex number. You see, 5 plus 6i, 5 is the real part, 6i is the imaginary part. So that means this one is again a complex number, is not it? So this one is the meaning of closure law. If I repeat this one more time, if we add two different complex number and after addition if we get again a complex number, then it is this property is known as what? Closure property or closure law. Is it clear? So this one is the first law. Then the second one, if you see here, commutative law. So second one here we discuss commutative law. So this one is again a very interesting law here, commutative law. So in this case what we get? If we add two complex number, so for example, if we take this example one more time, so if we consider this one is 2 plus of 3i, so if we add plus of this one is 3 plus of 3i, whatever we consider here, 2 plus 3i, 3 plus 3i, if you add these two, then what we get? 5 plus 6i. If we interchange this one, that means if this complex number we consider z1, and if we consider this complex number is z2, and if we add these two, then the final answer what we get? 5 plus 6i we get. If we interchange these two, that means if we write z2 plus z1, then what we get? If we add z2 plus z1, then again we get 5 plus 6i, isn't it? So that means the commutative law is what here? If we add two complex number and if we reverse the complex number and again if we get the same result, then it is known as commutative law. So that means simply here we write the commutative law like in this way. If two complex number are, if we consider z1 and z2, this z1 plus z2, whatever we get the answer, the same answer we get for z2 plus z1 also. Is it clear? In addition, z1 plus z2 is equal to z2 plus z1, but in difference it is not possible. Later on we discuss this one. In case of addition it is possible, because here you see 2 plus 3i plus 3 plus 3i, if we add then we get 5 plus 6i. If we reverse this one, 3 plus 3i plus 2 plus 3i, if we add again we get the same result. So that means commutative law means what? If we interchange the complex number, then also we get the same answer. The theory is what? This one. Z1 plus Z2 is equal with Z2 plus Z1. So it is known as commutative law. So this one is the difference between closure law and commutative law. Is it clear? Okay. Now, if you see the third one, the third property here, we write associative law. The third one we write associative law. So now in this case, what is the property? Let's see here. If we consider three complex number, here we consider the complex numbers are z1, suppose z2, and the third complex number here we consider z3. So that means z1 means what? It is of the form a plus ib. So that means this type of how many complex numbers are here we consider? Three complex numbers are we consider. And now what is associative law here? For example, suppose if we add these three complex numbers, z1 plus z2 plus z3. Clear? So now in this case, if we add these two first, z1 plus z2, if we add first, and then after that if we add with z3, then whatever the result we get here, this result is always equal with, suppose here you see z1 plus z2 plus z3. If we add these two first, so that means if we add z2 plus z3 first, and then if we add this one with z1, then in both cases we get the result same. If the result same, then it is known as associative law. Is it clear? So in this case, first we add z1 and z2, and then after that we add with z3. Then what we get some result here, as well as if we add z2 and z3 first and then we add with z1, then here again we get some result. So if both the results are same, then it is known as associative law. Is it clear? So this one is very simple here. Then the next one is number 4, very important here. Existence, this one is very important here. Existence of additive identity. So this one is very important, existence of additive identity. So actually we get two types of identity. One is multiplication and another one is addition, additive identity. So here we discuss about the additive identity. So that means in case of additive identity, actually what is the meaning? So in general, if you see, if we consider a real number, before we start the complex number, if we consider a real number, suppose the real number we consider 2, so how much we have to add here, how much we have to add here to get the results again the same result, how much we add here? So obviously here we have to add 0, is not it? Because 2 plus 0 equals to we get 2. So that means this 0 is now here known as what? Additive identity. Because why? When we add this number with the given number, the result we get same. And if this type of condition we get, then this number, whatever we add here, this number is known as additive identity. Here meaning to ki hoy, amar jitu number ase tar logot jodi ami 0 add koi diu titole ami number to nije he eketa number ke ako pau titole he jiti ami eketa number pam ta jiman add koisilo tak koa hoy tumar additive identity. This one is in case of real number. Except 0, if you add another number, so obviously the value change here. ইয়াৰ 0 বাহিৰে বেলেগ নম্বৰ যি কোনো এড কৰিলে ইয়াৰ ভ্যালুটো সেম থাকিব জানো? কেতিয়াও না থাকে। তো হেতু তেতিয়া এডিটিভ আইডেন্টিটি নহয়। এডিটিভ আইডেন্টিটি হ'বলৈ হলে কি হ'ব লাগিব? সেম নম্বৰ হ'ব লাগিব। From this, if we consider now a complex number, suppose if we consider a complex number z, এটা complex number আমি consider কৰি ললো z. So here with this z, how much we have to add here to get the result z itself? So obviously here we have to add 0, but 0 is not a complex number. 0 is what? A real number. But this 0 we can represent like in this also 0 plus I into 0. In our last class we discussed this one. A real number, any number we can express as a complex number, is not it? So from here, no doubt 0 is a real number, but this 0 also we can express as a 0 plus I0. So if anyone asks you what is the additive identity of a complex number, at a complex number tomak jodi additive identity ki hoy boli jodi khude, then you have to write 0 plus I into 0, or simply you can write 0 also. Is it clear? I think all of you understood this one. If I repeat one more time here, if you see one more time, the existence of additive identity, that means here the meaning is what? We have to add a complex number in such a way that the complex number when we add, the result remains same. So that means the complex number is z here, and if we add 0, then we get the result same. So for that reason here 0 is known as additive identity, and this 0 we can express as a 0 plus I into 0. Mainly this 0 plus I into 0 is known as additive identity. Is it clear? Okay, now next one is here. If you see the last one, number 5, next one is existence of additive inverse. Now next one is the existence of additive inverse. So this one is totally opposite of this result. Is it clear? So existence of additive inverse is what? Totally opposite of additive identity. For example, if you consider here, for example, if we consider z, here we consider a complex number, and here how much we have to add here to get a additive identity result? That means we need 0. 0 means what? Also we can write 0 plus I into 0. So that means here the meaning is what? How much we have to add here to get the result 0. So obviously here how much we have to put? Obviously here we have to put minus of z, because z minus of z, then we get the result is here 0. So this minus of z is known as additive inverse. For what? For this z. Is it clear? So this z is what? Z is a complex number, and here for this z, minus z is known as additive inverse. That means এটা complex number tar jitu negative number hobo tar opposite jitu hobo hetuke koa hoy tumar additive inverse. For example, if you consider an example, suppose 2 plus of 3i, if we consider a complex number. So here the question is given how much we have to add here. We get an additive identity. 0 means what? 0 plus I into 0. So how much we have to add here? So obviously here we have to add minus of 2 minus of 3i, isn't it? So we have to add here minus of 2 minus of 3i, because minus 2 plus 2 cancel, plus of 3i minus of 3i cancel, then remain here 0. So that means here what we can say, for this 2 plus 3i, no doubt this one is a complex number. For this 2 plus 3i, here minus 2 minus 3i is known as additive inverse. Is it clear? I hope all of you understood this one. If I repeat one more time, if you see here, z is the complex number, and for this complex number, minus z is the known as additive inverse. Why? Because when we add these two, we get additive identity. 0 is what? The additive identity. Similarly, if you see the example here, 2 plus 3i is a complex number, and if we add this one with minus 2 minus 3i, then here we get 0. 0 is what? Additive identity. So that means if 0 is the additive identity, if we get the result 0, then 2 for this 2 plus 3i minus 2 minus 3i is known as what? Additive inverse. I hope all of you understood this 5 properties here, and especially the addition of 2 complex numbers. I think all of you understood this one. So in our next class, we discuss about the difference of 2 complex numbers and their properties, and also the multiplication of 2 complex numbers. Is it clear? Okay, thank you.